Welcome to Choosing Nation Sports. This is your boy Mujero Waiti, just an ordinary guy discussing the beautiful game as I know it. Kachiko, I'm not discussing. Let me just do this. I'm not discussing the beautiful game. Kachiko, as we know, the EPL is about to start, and when the EPL starts, Redlala, what we call a fantasy league, one of the most played fantasy leagues in the world. I think after the NFL. I think that's maybe the only league in Europe that has it so far. But yeah, we are there. As we know, each week, each game week, you get to choose your team. You are allowed to have at least one substitute per game week. If you want to Jesa, then you can swap them out and then Olokolo Mungwe. Remember also the rule. One of the rules is you are allowed only to have three players from the same team. So you can't have only Manchester City players or only Liverpool players or only Arsenal players. So yeah, it's a variety of players that you can put in 11, and then you've got four substitute. One has to be a keeper, a defender, mid, or yes. So you're it's an exciting game. If you haven't joined it, you can join. I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link in the bio or description, and then you can just join us. I'll also drop as well the league code because I've got my own league. I've got friends of mine who already have joined it, and last year I must say, hey, it's with the number 8. I think I went to Akairale top 4. So it's gonna be a great season ahead. I hope I at this season because I can no longer and you can all guess why. So I remember this one season I did a Kaiser Chiefs. I did a Kaiser Chiefs. I was number one for almost 35 game weeks. And then on the 36, I just fell off. And Kefesa that season, I think I was number 4th on the league. So I hope to not repeat the same mistakes. I hope I am not a Kaiser Chiefs. But anyways, you know that you allowed five defenders, 5 midfielders, and 3 strikers and 2 goalkeepers. So I was about on while I recording, but unfortunately the software that I'm using has been banned from Fantasy League. So if I log in, Jani, um, this site has been blocked or you've been blocked. So I thought I'll just put in the team that I've selected and I'll go one by one and explain my inclusion of that player into my fantasy league. So obviously when you log in for your first time user, you log in, you create a name for your team, and then it will ask you which favorite team of yours, Ronaldo, Man United, and then you just follow the prompts until you get to a point. It will come to almost this page. Ambur so this page, but obviously now I've already selected my team as you see. So yeah, I've gone with 2 quick goalkeepers. I've got Onana and Tena. So also the point of the game for people that don't know it is you've got 100 million that you can use. Each player has their own amount, so you have to use. If you're not player air, you know that you're not gonna use. So select the most less expensive player that you can get. I think that's one of the tricks that you can do. But I am not an expert. I'm also a player, so take the advice Saka, you can take them or not. It'll all depend on you. So I've decided to go with Onana, Man United, and 10 hour Arsenal, which by the way, by the looks of it, before the transfer season ends, Tabaluko, Northern Forest, yeah, Nottingham Forest. I think there's already a feed agreed because we know Arsenal have bought David Raya from Brentford. So yeah, so he cost about 4k. So 4k for me, it is not much for a keeper that's not gonna play regular football. So it cost about 4k. So hence I went with him. Onana, Man United. Man United are playing against Wolves. Wolves don't have a striker yet. They've sold Jimenez. They've sold Naves to Naves Ville Saudi and Jimenez Ville Fulham. So I thought this is a good chance for Man United to get a clean sheet. And obviously, when you get a clean sheet as a keeper, you get more points. So I've decided to go with him como starter in the first. Obviously, the other trick is to look at the fixtures. Look at the fixtures that are playing. And if you look at it, you can see stay away from Chelsea and Liverpool players, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, but I will get to that. But stay away from Chelsea and Liverpool players, especially the defenders, because we know there might be goals, and we're not sure if either team might actually keep a clean sheet. So if you were me or if I were you, I will stay away from those teams, but from those players. But I've decided otherwise. So you just look at the game, you just look at the fixtures. City are playing Burnley, might be a free hit. City by a score of 4, so you are certain Arsenal at home as well. At the Emirates, they've been dangerous last season. This season, maybe they will continue the form. You look at those things. Brighton as well, on fire, house on fire. You can get points. The Newcastle, Aston Villa. That's another game that you do. For me personally, you need to shy away from unless if you are sure of the players you're gonna select. Okay, right. Let's move on. So I've got my keepers, Turner and Onana, and my defenders. So more, I was strategic. I was like, okay, which defenders can give me clean sheets, right? Or which defenders can at least give me what you call it, points. So I've gone with Lamptey or Brighton. He costs about 4K. So Lena he's almost cheap, not that much expensive. I've gone with Trent. Trent is my favorite player. Trent and Harry Kane have been my favorite players, more fantasy for a very long time. So Trent, I know defensive wise he's not that good, but I think Klopp has transformed him into a midfield which can give you assist, which can also score. And if Liverpool get a set piece, he can also score it against Chelsea. So I've gone with Trent. I've gone with Stones. I'm sure Stones City against Burnley, City can keep a clean sheet. And Lena Stones says Arnold, he's playing a different role. A center midfield 10 into a CDM, 10 into a center taking midfield, which he can maybe, I don't know, get a goal. So I've gone with Stones as well. And then I've gone with Trippier from Newcastle. And I've gone with Timber as well. I know maybe Timber might not play, but I'm willing to risk it. So Trippier, Laitili, and obviously said piece, he's there. I'm hoping Newcastle keeps a clean sheet against Aston Villa as well. So we move on to our midfielders. So my midfielders I've got, let me see what's going on here. And let me just pick something here. And guys, I know my camera is not the best. I'm trying things new now, guys. I'm trying to improve things, but yeah. We'll see as we go by. All right. I just want to say, just want to do something here. There we go. Okay. We move over to our midfielders. Now, I've gone with people that I know. I've gone with people that I don't know. I've gone with people who've got potential to do that. So I've selected Mitoma from Brighton on his day, given he can perform miracles, and they're playing against Luton, a newly promoted team in the EPL. So he might give me a point, and he might score and assist. And we know from last season already, he's been one of the most outstanding players for Brighton. And I've gone with Chukwumega from Chelsea, simply because he's cheap, and I needed a midfielder out a long road cheaper. So I've gone with Chukwumega. I've gone with Mo Salah. If you look at all the game week fantasy leagues of the past, and you look at the first games, Mo Salah tops everyone. Mo Salah got game week 1, 2, 3, I think until 5, he gives you double digits. He's been doing that for 3-4 seasons consecutively. So, and next time we select, I hope I'm not jinxing it this time, and I can select it for my team. So I'm hoping Mo Salah against Chelsea can score a hat-trick, or even Ampele assist. And I've gone with Manchester United's Pellistri and Rashford. Pellistri as well because he's cheaper, and I don't think he's gonna play. But if he does, at least I can get points. And then I've gone with Rashford. Obviously, we know that Rasmus Højbjerg has had an injury and he can't play. So Rashford will obviously play from the middle, and we know Rashford can score. We play against Wolves side. He scored against them last season. I'm hoping and praying that he can as well score this season. Now going to my forwards, my strikers, I've got three. I've got Bolongo from Arsenal. I've got Solanke from Bournemouth. I've got obviously the one and only, the most owned player, more EPL, Erling Haaland. If you don't have Haaland in your team, I don't know, guys. Hey, what are you thinking? What secret do you have that we all don't know? Refer Sona and let us also put whoever you put in your team. So Bolonga, because he's cheaper as well. Solanke, Bournemouth, he can give you a goal or two, and Haaland obviously is Haaland. So that's my team, guys. That's my team. Let me know as well in the comment section, or just take a screenshot of your team, throw it there. Let's see, how many players do I have that you've got? If there's any players that you don't agree with, Monamo, you can also give me a shout as well. Give me an advice, or no, Jerry, wait till Nta Stone 2, Lokela, Rashford, not Rashford, Lokela, Maguire, or Lokela, Martinez, or even you can say Nta Salah, or Lokela Song Wako Space. And that's why I said, my two favorite players is Arnold and basically I've got three players. Two of them. So my goalkeeper has always been David De Gea, but unfortunately he doesn't play for my team anymore. Arnold, and my last is Harry Kane. He's my favorite player, but there's a possibility that he won't play on Saturday because there's a potential move to the German Giants, Bayern Munich. So he might go there, he might not go there. So I'm not willing to take that risk. I am not willing to take that risk. So my team, my starting lineup, that was my team. My starting lineup, obviously, Onana in goal as my vice captain. I've got Trippier, Stones, Timber, Arnold, Beckford, Pelestri, Mitoma, Rashford, Salah, Solanke, and Haaland. That is my team, Mujere FC. Mujere Mine FC. That is my fantasy team for game week number 1. Let me know what your team is. Send your screenshots. Let's see. Let's see how is your team gonna perform. Remember to join the league. It is EA Sports, but I'm thinking of changing the name to probably Chosen Nation Sports or something else. Remember, I'm rebranding, so something else. So keep a lookout for the new team. Keep a lookout for the new name and our new logo coming up in game week number 2. Keep a lookout. Keep a lookout on social media as well. We'll be posting a lot of things. So that is my team. What's your team? Send a screenshot, comment, like on the video if you agree with me. Like as well if I agree. And remember to subscribe and to better that notification bar. Until we meet in game week number 2. Remember, we're doing this every game week. Hopefully, we can do this every game week. Let me not make promises I may not keep. Hopefully, we keep this momentum until game week number 38. Let me know what you think as well. Let me know what's your team. Remember to join the fantasy league. And if you haven't registered, it is easy to play. You just select your players. And one last tip to someone who hasn't played this game before: do not pick CDMs. Do not, I repeat, do not pick CDMs unless you are definitely sure that your CDM will score you goals. But without that, do not do that. That is a suicide. So yeah, until we meet again, remember, prevention is better than cure. Don't risk it unless it's worth it.